Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. Today, Saber is not here because he locked himself outside of his apartment. So, instead we have JaxBlade joining us. So,
Hi, thanks for having me.
yeah, so JaxBlade's been on the show before, I think like during a New Year's thing. Um, and I think another time after that, I can't remember. But I think you've been on the
Uh,
show at least once before.
yeah, just
Um,
one time before.
Yeah, but JaxBlade is our friend. He has a channel where he does a lot of fitness videos, and he does a show called Tough Like the Tunes, where uh he makes these workouts for based on like different cartoon characters or anime characters, and they're pretty good. So go check them out if you haven't. And then
Yeah,
Hirasashi is on as always. So
It's always
yeah,
like the fifth time, maybe.
you're the most reliable out of my co-hosts. So
Yeah.
yeah. So today we don't have like too much to talk about as far as like major entertainment news stuff, but we'll talk
Major
about
nerd.
it. Yeah, like not a lot of movies to talk about because I haven't really seen anything since Nutjob 2. Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
yeah. So yeah, I still need to get the review out of that. I'm very behind on reviews. Um,
yeah.
But let's start with something that I haven't seen yet, but I do want to see. Is the Netflix Death Note.
Oh
Um,
God.
It's something.
I've only
I've seen
seen
it
clips of
twice.
it so far, and I know Jax, you've seen it.
Yeah, I did see it. I'll be completely honest. Like, I'm familiar with the Death Note anime series, but I never got to see it all the way through when I was a kid because it was on Adult Swim. But I never got into it fully. So I just went into this movie as a complete noob, never seeing the series. Like I got the gist of what it was about. And for me, I thought it was all right. I thought Willem Dafoe was like fun as a Ryuk, and
Mm.
the guy who was Light, he was. First off, like I just started watching the anime, so comparatively, it's black and white. Like they're
Yeah,
two different people whatsoever. Light Turner, freaking Timmy Turner, grown up, whatever. But yeah, it was decent. I would say it was. I wouldn't find it terrible. Like if I never, I can see. The thing is, I don't want to say it's great because to me, I've seen bad movies. We all seen The Last Airbender in live action. We've all seen.
yeah,
Oh God forbid, I'm not going to
Don't
say
tell
that.
people I've
Yeah,
seen The Last Airbender. They don't
awful,
know that.
awful.
it's a shame.
It's a shame.
It really is a shame.
Yeah, but I've seen Death Note. I watched it a few years ago, just casually, just looking for anime to watch on Netflix, and I saw they added Death Note, so I watched through it, and I was like, oh, so this is what I've been missing. Um,
Mhm.
Because I
Right.
remember when it came out back in 2006, was it?
Yeah,
2005 or
2006.
yeah.
Super sexy.
I remember there were some people like I think there was this one girl in my class that would like really like the show.
Mhm.
Um, and I had seen it like casually on Adult Swim.
Right.
But never like actually just sat down to watch it. And then when I did
Mhm.
watch it, I was like, oh, I really like this.
Mhm.
It's very interesting like mystery. Um, but there have been more than just this live action adaptation because there's been a bunch of Japanese live action adaptations. Um,
Mhm. Like
so
Dragon Ball Evolution or whatever.
no, that's an American live action
Oh, is it
adaptation.
actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't even seen it. Never
See,
mind.
so this is the first American adaptation of Death Note. Um,
Mhm.
and from everything I've heard, it's terrible. Actually,
Mm.
not everything is. I've seen like very polarizing opinions, like people who think it's hilarious, or people that think it's like its own thing, and people that think it's like an abomination.
I
Um,
find it hilarious and bad. That is about where I land.
yeah, but from all the clips I've seen, I think I'm going to laugh my ass off if I watch it. So,
Well, yeah, there's
yeah,
like this scene where he first meets Ryuk, or like when he first sees Ryuk. And to me, honestly, I know people say, well, that's not like his character. He's like this badass in the anime.
yeah,
Seeing that big demon thing in a classroom, I don't care who you'd be screaming like, what the heck is that?
yeah.
And you're like trying to get out of there. So that's what I personally thought. Like that was a very realistic reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. No Name in the chat said, I mean the movie is better than Ghost in the Shell, but still terrible. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see Ghost in the Shell? I can't
yeah,
remember.
I saw Ghost in the Shell. It was bad.
Was it good?
I didn't like it. Yeah, and the thing is, like, from the trailers, it looked like it had a bit of potential, but I was like, no. After seeing it and then rewatching the original, I'm like, no, it's can't compare.
Mhm.
So, yeah, live action
Yeah.
Netflix Death Note. Hopefully, trends like these bad live action adaptations will stop,
Mm.
but they won't, because they
Oh,
never do.
God.
Both Disney and anime and really just anything.
Yeah.
Stop doing it.
Thanks for doing a live action Korra.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. No, you can't.
All right, next, let's talk a bit about a new cartoon that came out, OKKO, which I've watched a bit of, and
Mhm.
the whole thing is very much a parody of like anime and video games. Yeah, especially like fighting games and
Is it?
yeah, like a lot of characters
Oh.
look like they come from fighting games and RPGs and stuff. And a lot of moves that they do look like they come from fighting games.
Interesting.
But I've watched all the episodes that came out so far, except for I think a couple of new ones that came out this week. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy the style of it and the humor. It's a lot sillier than something like Steven Universe. But I welcome that to Cartoon Network. Unfortunately, the ratings have been dipping down a bit, and I'm not sure why that is. Though I can probably guess is that the scheduling has been terrible for it.
Yes.
The thing is with OKKO, when it first came out, they were doing like a huge week where they were showing a bunch of the episodes. And I think that is terrible to like blow your load in the beginning for a cartoon. Just put all the episodes out there. It works for streaming because people can just binge it. I don't think it works for TV. I don't think that it works the same way. Which is why I think these bombs and stuff like Steven Universe had been doing and Adventures Time started doing is bad for the series.
Oh yeah.
People don't want to tune in every week; they'll just wait, and then by the time there's a bomb, it's like, oh, I don't want to watch it all every day. I'll just wait until the end of the week and then watch it then. So
Right. No, I agree with you. OKKO is like Paleo showed me it, and I like the fact that actually I remember seeing a pilot for this back in 2013 because my friend showed me it, and I thought, okay, they got the voice of Kid Goku to do the voice in it. I was like, interesting. So like when I started watching this, I was like, okay, it's cool. But then like as Paleo told me, they keep switching between Kid Goku's voice and some other actress. So but the show's funny. The show's really funny. Like they got great episodes. I highly recommend it to everyone.
Yeah.
The guy on the left looks like Super Scroll.
Who?
He reminds me of Super Scroll.
Super Skull?
Super Scroll. He's a
Super
Marvel
Skrull?
villain. Yeah.
Oh, a Marvel. Oh, okay.
Okay,
What?
for a second I did misheard Hirasashi. I thought he I couldn't hear him, so I refreshed my thing real quick. I'm sorry.
Excellent.
Okay,
yeah.
you can
Now everyone can see
Now
your
I can
anime
hear.
character.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. I guess we'll go ahead and move on.
Okay.
So
OKKO, check it out.
yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, I think the first 6 episodes are actually on Cartoon Network's website. So if you want to see it there.
6? Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like 24 episodes out now. So, and it just came out last month.
Right, that's crazy.
Yeah, I guess they had those planned. I mean, the animation is very simplistic, so I probably they could do it really fast or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, so me and Jax were actually talking about this before the show. Is that Matt Reeves, the director of the Batman movie coming out, called The Batman. It wasn't going to be part of the DC universe, but now he says he's backpedaling. He's like, oh no, it is. It's just that I'm saying that it's not.
Yeah, he did.
What?
He was like,
It is. I'm just lying.
I got it right here. Oh no, this is gonna be its own Batman. It's gonna be like Nolan's universe, how it's different, an Elseworld thing. And then someone came up and was like, "What you doing?" And so he was just like, "Oh no, what I was saying was it's obviously a part of the universe. It's clearly none of the Justice League is gonna be cameos." He backpedaled hard on that.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is a part of the universe then.
Question mark? I guess
so. I guess it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I don't understand like how like they can screw up the DC universe so bad. Because the thing is, they have everything for DC. Marvel only had like the rights to the ones they got, so they're like, okay, we can do the Avengers, but we don't have X-Men, we don't have Spider-Man, we don't have Deadpool. They all belong to different companies. So it's like, but we can do the Avengers. We just can't have Spider-Man yet, and now they do.
Oh my god! See that's what DC really shot themselves in the foot, because you know what, they could have done the DC universe like back in 2012 if Superman Returns was a good film.
Yeah.
If Superman Returns was a good film, they had the Nolan Batman series that they could have easily blended those two together. But like, nope, they just completely shot themselves in the foot because Superman Returns was not that great, and so it's just Right. And you can't reboot. Like if you reboot this fast, it's like you've already had a Suicide Squad, you're having a Justice League, and if you reboot right after Justice League, then it's just like, well, kind of just wasted our time with all that.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of DC, I'm not sure how true this is, but there was like they were looking into casting Leonardo DiCaprio as the Joker in a standalone Joker film.
That would be really weird. I don't know. I don't know. To me, he's not that kind of actor.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good actor, but like...
He's a good actor. I'm sure he could pull it off. But like, that is not who I would think of for a Joker movie, I don't know.
What do you think about that, Jax?
Okay, see, here's my thing with Leo. Okay,
Leo on a nickname basis with this dude.
He's just a great actor. But okay, they messed up the Joker so bad that I'm happy they're doing another one. Like, I do not want Jared Leto, because even Jared Leto was talking crap about it. So I'm just like, I could see him doing it because everyone, Heath Ledger said he was going to be crap. He gave us an iconic Joker. He brought something unique to the role that made him the great Joker that he is. Like, when people think of the great Jokers, they think of Mark Hamill, they think of Jack Nicholson, and then Heath Ledger. So if they can bring a new Joker, but they all had their own unique, shtick to their thing. So if they can bring a new Joker in who's like has his own thing, but is still like to the character, that'd be great. Yeah. So hopefully he can, bring that if he does do it. And I do believe he can. But I'm just not interested in this new Joker, because especially if it's still the same universe, then eventually he's going to get all tatted up. And that's I'm just like, I don't want to see.
I don't see like a tattooed Joker. That's weird. It's It's like, what is it? Like the early 2000s? Like it's like the friggin' Suicide Squad is like screamed early 2000s.
Exactly. Oh my god. It's ridiculous.
All right. Last thing for movie news. This is weird. There is a call for to make an all-female Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Weren't we? What's with the? Go ahead.
No, I was saying that the cover I used here is actually the cover of the same book that I read in high school, and my freshman year. And then after we read the book, we watched the black and white film.
The movie.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why we're doing all-female remakes now. Why is that a thing?
Yeah, and they weren't all male in the book.
Right.
So
I don't know. I literally don't see the reason for.
At least I don't remember them being all male, unless it was like one of those like boarding schools or whatever. I can't remember.
Right.
It's been
It
a
might have
long
been,
time
like,
since I've read the book.
It's been a long time. I did really enjoy the book when I
barely
did
remember
read
that.
it, though. But
Yeah.
most of the characters I can remember are male off the top of my head. Maybe there was a girl
Yeah.
on the side.
I just
Right.
remember that Piggy died. Spoilers.
Right. From a yeah, it's terrible. Didn't he get like a rock rolled on him? Or
Yeah.
something? It's
He was
terrible.
crushed.
Like,
Yeah, and I know Saber always mentions it with this film was that uh like after the kids are found by adults, they all break out crying.
right.
So yeah. Oh yeah, so they were all male.
They
So
were
it was like
okay.
it was like a boarding school type thing, I guess, with
Okay.
all males. At least from I think it was like some kind of boarding school thing. So but why Lord of the Flies of all things?
I can't
It's like
think of
something that
one.
doesn't really need to be remade.
Mhm.
That
I'm not sure.
is a
I mean, like I said, I enjoyed the book, so maybe it'll be good. Is it gonna
Yeah.
be like literally the exact same story, but it's just girls because?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
right.
I remember the
All right.
the like episode of the Wild Thornberry, so
Yeah,
like it
it
reminded me of
is.
Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, Big Cruncher said there were schoolboys and choir boys. Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, I haven't read it since high school.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been over a decade since I read that book. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Next, let's talk about some video game stuff because there's a few video game things that happen. First of all, did you know Street Fighter 2 is getting a re-release on Super Nintendo?
Is it really?
Yeah, it's been really re-released so many times.
Come on, stop,
But this
Capcom.
on Super Nintendo, like an actual cartridge.
Dumb. It's dumb. Is it even Super Street Fighter?
No, it's just Street Fighter 2. It's not even Turbo.
Street Fighter 2 is like it's not a good game. It's not. There's so many problems.
It's not even Turbo.
Not even Turbo.
It's a limited edition of 5,500 of these cartridges.
How much does it cost?
Like $100 because it comes with
Oh my god.
comes with a cartridge, like this box and like this other thing. But yeah, so that's the first time I've seen like a bunch of people like make repros of Super Nintendo games. But never like an official company or a company putting out a developer putting out an official release.
Mm.
An official re-release. It makes like no sense. But people will
there
buy
was
it, I
a-
guess, if for like collector's value or whatever.
It wasn't that long ago that some ex-employees from SNK Playmore, they made a fighting game that they released on Super Nintendo last year. I can't remember the name of the game, but yeah, it's not.
Oh yeah,
It was not technically SNK, but it's the guys from SNK.
yeah. I saw that there was like I forgot the name of it though, but I
Yeah,
saw
I
it was
forgot
like they made like a new Super Nintendo game.
Right.
Also Jax is frozen.
Oh no.
He's dead. Jax, are you there?
No. Not like this, Jax.
He's just got this pose doing this.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Neighbor Prince in the chat said scalpers are going to have a field day with this.
Oh no. There you are.
Okay, I can. Am I heard? Am I good? How do
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
sound?
can hear you.
All right, let me get my camera on. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
It is weird.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I don't really care about a Street Fighter 2 re-release, mainly
don't care
because
about Street Fighter 2.
I'm not a fighting game fan at all.
As a fighting game
What?
fan, I don't care.
I'm a fighting game fan, and I'm indifferent because I can't get it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, first of all, yeah, I don't understand like Street Fighter 2 re-release on Super Nintendo. It's not even the best version. It's not even like the
No.
best port.
I got nothing for you.
Anyway, move on to more
Oh,
video
no.
game stuff. So Gamescom happened, I believe.
Yeah,
And
this last weekend, I think.
oh wait, no, it wasn't a Gamescom. I think, or was it a Gamescom? Oh, but I know Nintendo did a direct with like Nintendo indie developer things, and one of the things that they showed wasn't directly indie, I don't think, but it was definitely something I was interested in, and that's No More
Hmm.
Heroes. Travis
Oh
Strikes
yeah,
Back, and they
yeah.
showed a teaser
It's
trailer of that.
crossover, kinda, right?
It's what?
It's like it's got like some other
Yeah, it
crossover
has
thing going on
some
in it.
like it's some indie games that are going to be crossed over into it. I think that like
That's
just as references
interesting.
and stuff, like because they confirmed like Shovel Knight is going to be part of it.
Right, that was what I was thinking of.
Um,
Yeah.
and like you see Travis playing my Hotline Miami. Um, but Travis No More Heroes is like one of my favorite. Um, here, over here. Yeah.
Franchises.
Yeah, one of my favorite franchises that started on the Wii, and they're awesome. Like, if you love like over the top anime, it's a series you
If you love
definitely,
anime.
yeah,
Oh, that's just for me.
yeah. It's hilarious and it's very fun. Because Travis Touchdown is basically an otaku that got a beam katana from eBay and started killing assassins. So
It's the most ridiculous premise
yeah, it's
ever.
pretty ridiculous and out there, but it's incredibly fun and the story is hilarious and it has some excellent music. The theme will not get out of your head once you listen to it. So,
Okay, man. That sounds good.
so yes, somebody said this looks like Space Dandy as a game, and you know Travis Touchdown is kind of like Space Dandy as far as like his personality goes.
He's a dandy guy.
Is he in space?
No,
No.
he's in the town of Santa Destroy. Santa
Oh,
Destroy is the
okay.
name of the town he lives in. So it's basically like a Californian town.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's made by Suda51, who's like a very eccentric game developer. So I'm very excited for that. No idea when it's coming out, but at least we know that it's actually happening. But it's coming
Mhm.
out on Switch. So
Oh, they said Twitch. I was like, what?
no.
Hmm.
All right. Many things that are the third in a series, and though this is actually never going to happen. Um, the script to Half-Life 2 Episode 3 leaks from
Oh,
one of the writers, I guess, at Valve, and just like here it is, and like I think all the names were changed in the script. Um, and then people were like, "Oh, oh."
Well, that's it.
Like, oh, it's the script. Oh, that means it's never being made. So yeah, so Half-Life 2 Episode 3, or I guess Half-Life 3, will never happen because they leaked the
oh.
script to it that I guess they had stashed somewhere for a while. But the thing is, since there is a script out, fans could just make
Someone's
the
gonna
game.
make it.
Yes,
Yeah. They will.
you can just use the source engine to make the final product because a lot of the mods from Half-Life have been turned into games. Team Fortress was originally a mod, so
Right.
Wow. Okay, there you
The
go.
counter, if I'm not mistaken,
yeah,
Counter
Counter
Strike
Strike
was
was
also
too.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So the thing is, like, I'm not sure if they would be stopped by legal reasons or something, or if Valve just wouldn't care.
Uh, if Valve cared, people would go ballistic if they were close to
Yeah,
being done.
yeah. If Valve cared at all, they'd make it.
Right.
So if fans make it, the thing is, I'm concerned about like how they're going to get the voice actors, or if they have to
Mhm.
get somebody that kind of sound like Alex Vance or
Right.
the other characters. You don't need anybody to sound like Gordon Freeman
No, you do not.
because he doesn't talk. Um, I'm sure they can get somebody to do like an impression of the G-Man and other
Hmm.
characters. So
But that person better be like spot on because they're about to get ridiculed into oblivion.
yeah.
So
Right.
All right. So Last thing, another video game related thing before we go to Q&A. Let's talk about this one games journalist that played.
Oh no, do we have to?
Yes, let's do it.
No.
So there is this gameplay of Cuphead, which is a game coming out this month, later this month, like it's September 29th, I think.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. It's been like originally it was going to come out in 2015. So I'm excited for it to come out because it looks gorgeous.
Yes. It's a very nice looking game, yes.
Yeah, it's
looks
based on like 1930s cartoons, and it's animated very well. So there was this gameplay. I think it was from VentureBeat. Is the name
Right.
of the website, and this guy that recorded footage at PAX, played the game, and you can look up the gameplay. It's from VentureBeats, and it's like a 26-minute gameplay, and just watch it and just be prepared to like writhe in pain at like how bad this guy is at video games, because it takes him like forever to get through the tutorial, and the tutorial like tells you what to do in the background of the game. I don't. The thing is, I can't understand how somebody is that bad at video games and it talks
And is also
it
a
is also a
journalist.
video game journalist.
Like there should be some amount of like you should be at least a certain amount of good at a video game to be a video game journalist.
Yeah, and I saw an interesting video earlier today by Dreamcast guy talking about like do games journalists need to be good at video games to talk about them, and one thing he brings up is that when games journalism started back in the mid 90s, or I guess early 90s and late 90s, especially for the late 90s for the websites, a lot of these people making the websites had to like code the websites, do the reviews, do everything. Nowadays they're done by teams, where it has one person writing the review, one person like editing it, one person capturing the gameplay, one person as the personality who like makes the video. So it's not all one person reviewing a game, and that seems kind of counterintuitive to what like a person's opinion of a game is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Uh,
yeah,
So bad.
and he brings up the point of like that he reads a lot of comics, but he would have no idea how to talk about comics.
right, yeah.
And I watch a lot of movies and I watch a lot of animated movies, and I do reviews of them, but they're not like very serious like reviews that I do. They're very casual, and I don't work for a company. That's the
Mhm.
thing. This guy works for a company. So,
Could you animate an animated movie
huh?
if you tried? Could you animate an animated movie?
I
if
have
you
dabbled in animation.
See, okay.
Is it as cumbersome as people say
It's very very
repetitive?
yeah, it's very what's the word? Tedious.
Yes, that's the word I wanted to
Yeah.
use as well, but I said cumbersome.
You have to be a very patient person.
I am not that. So
So, yeah. But another argument is you don't have to be a chef to be a food critic.
hmm
Yeah. Um
So true.
yeah, but I guess to write about food, I would guess you would need
Right.
to have some kind of semblance of, what makes food good.
hmm
hmm
So, yeah. I'm excited for Cuphead though. I think it's going to be a great game.
It's gonna at least be a pretty game. So,
Yeah, at the very least it's going to be a pretty game. Like beautifully animated.
mhm.
Yeah. Looks nice.
All right, so yeah, this was a very short news section. I didn't have too much. I usually do like 10 things, and then I go on to Q&A. So if you want to ask us questions, our Twitter handles are right there. You can ask us questions on Twitter, or if you want to support the channel and use a super chat, you can use a super chat and ask a question, and we'll answer it. So questions. go ahead, and then we'll answer some.
Well, speak for yourself. I'm not answering no questions. Not
Oh.
today.
Yeah, shoot him. Answer the question. Ask Kirisashi about his favorite. No, I was.
Wow.
I was caught myself.
Okay. From Mini Brony on Twitter asks, do you think in the future OKKO will have a plot that is just as interesting and confusing as Steven Universe? I don't think that show is going to get that serious.
That deep.
I don't think that it's going to be that serious. Like Steven Universe started out a little silly, but it wasn't like out there silly like OKKO is. OKKO gets to a point where it's like that's hilarious and like everything gets really really out there. Steven Universe never really got to that point in its early episodes, but OKKO is like really out there.
But didn't Adventure Time start off really silly as well? But
Yeah,
then, turned into this big dramatic thing. So I feel like OKKO has better range to do that because they actually.
I mean, I guess so.
Supervillains,
Yeah.
Monsters and stuff like that. So they might just go, okay, you thought that was like Star Versus. Star Versus did the same thing. It started off silly, and now it's got this really great storyline going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they might do that.
I think
that's what all the cartoons nowadays are going to.
Yeah, I think though the way I see OKKO is the same way that I see Gumball, and that kind of silliness.
Okay.
Because Gumball never really went that direction, and I see OKKO as a sort of that kind of cartoon.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I would agree with that.
Yeah. DJ Skywalker asks, thoughts on the new Shovel Knight amiibos, and will you be getting them? I hope so. I do really like them. It's a Plague Knight, Spectre Knight, and King Knight. So all the knights that are having the DLC on Shovel Knight. So they look great though. I definitely want them.
Mm-hmm.
Daily 18 asks, thoughts on Showtime greenlighting a Donald Trump animated series? What?
What?
Are you serious?
Are we going back to the days of Little Bush? Remember that cartoon?
What?
I can't.
Oh yes, Little Bush.
Yeah, Little Bush.
Comedy Central.
Yeah, it was a Comedy
right?
Central cartoon about George W. Bush as a kid being president.
It was like Little Bill, but with Bush.
Yeah, he used to come on after.
Yeah, and there was like
Together.
a little Cheney and a little Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh God, that show was. I barely remember. I just remember it came on after Drawn Together. That's all I remember is it came on after Drawn Together, and I was just it was all right. It wasn't anything great.
Are we gonna get to the point where whenever we have a Republican president, we have a cartoon about him?
I guess that's what's happening. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, because remember Obama? He made a guest star in that show, and he was the tall kid. He was the tall kid.
Well. Oh, Enigma Prince, thanks for the super chat. Thoughts on Sonic Mania if you played it? I still haven't played it yet. I still haven't bought it. I'm gonna get it on my Switch though at some point. I do really like the way it looks though, and I've heard nothing but great things about it. So, Hiro, have you played it yet? Hello? Oh no.
Hirasashi.
Oh no! Hiro's gone!
Hirasashi! Hirasashi! Senpai Samaku! Why? Where'd he go? Is he still there?
I'm looking to see. Oh, he's stuck.
He's stuck. Senpai.
Oh well, I'll go to the next thing. John asks, thoughts on Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne? They're great. I like Black Sabbath and Ozzy, and I do really like Ozzy era Black Sabbath, probably the best.
Okay, yeah, agree with you.
Let's see.
Okay, what else? I think you got a super thing. I think I saw a super. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, DJ Skywalker did a super chat. They ask for Jax, who is better, Kale or Broly?
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, well, you see, Broly is a lovely power fantasy that all of us have because it's just a buff guy who.
I don't have it. Oh no! Now Jax is stuck.
Oh my gosh, everything's falling apart tonight. Yeah, back.
Oh, see, Jax, you are stuck.
Yeah, that's just dead.
I said here. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I said
okay, there
Broly
you go.
Definitely because Broly has. Broly has such quotable lines. You know, like Kakarot and shit like that. So, yeah, definitely. There we go. But Kale's fun too. Boom.
Meticulous Nicholas asks, I haven't watched MLP, but I want to go to Equestria LA just for the experience. Would it be worth to go? Probably, yeah, I'd say so. All three of us are going.
Yeah, In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going.
And there are some other.
That is the entire reason you're going.
There are some other things that are going on there. Like there's this one thing that Lauren Faust is doing. Like that's like an animation workshop thing that you can sign up for. There's like 74 tickets left of that, so that's something interesting. But there's a bunch of other stuff, and I'm going to try to do a panel about 2D theatrical animation. So I'll probably do a few panels, and it's always a lot of fun at conventions.
Awesome.
So.
Oh, booyah.
All right, let's see. Gumball asks, "Are you looking forward to Cartoon Network Fusion Fall Legacy?" I never played the Fusion Fall game.
What's that?
It was that strange like MMO type thing that Cartoon Network had, where it has like all the Cartoon Network characters.
Huh.
Like play together?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of cool. Was it like an actual thing, like a deal, or was it like a small thing?
It was a pretty big thing. Though I think I was in college at the time when it came. I can't remember when it came out. Let me see.
Dang.
Let's see. Yeah, it came out in 2009. So yeah, I was in college.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've been hearing about that.
Mr. No Name, thank you for the super chats. Favorite episode of Rick and Morty season 3? As mine's Rick and Rick-laxation, and thoughts on the Simpsons musician Alf Clausen fired. Hope your mom gets better. Thank you. And by the way, my mom is better. She texted me this morning after, because they didn't do a stress test on her.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, my mom had to go to the hospital yesterday, so because of some chest pains. But she's fine now. Apparently she tore a muscle in her chest.
Oh.
I don't know how that happened, but so at least it's not heart related.
Right. Yeah.
Rule that out.
Yeah.
Good.
Wow. Jeez. Sorry to hear that. I'm glad she's doing okay though. Like,
Yeah.
wow, man.
For real, how in the world did she manage that?
I don't know. Probably just growing older.
Huh.
So,
Jeez.
yeah.
Well, what's your favorite episode of Rick and Morty?
Oh, my favorite episode of Rick and Morty season 3 so far.
Pickle Rick.
Yeah, I know.
The Pickle Rick one is really good.
You got a dang action figure of the thing. So.
Yeah.
Action figure, not a plushie.
Yeah. An action figure.
We're boys, so they're action figures. All our toys are action figures. I don't care.
Oh my God.
They fight each other.
Yeah, and Alf Clausen, or Clausen, yeah, he did I think he did the music for The Simpsons, at least like for like the background music in the episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, he scored the orchestrated music, for it. So, I mean, The Simpsons has been going on for so long that I haven't watched like any of the new episodes. So I oh well, I guess
I mean, he should be grateful.
Yeah, he's like,
If he was
finally, I'm free.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, The Simpsons. It's not even The Simpsons anymore. Like to me, honestly, I can watch every season of The Simpsons up until the movie, and then after the movie, all of
Yeah.
it just was like done. I know people said it started declining earlier, but I can literally watch all those up until the movie. After the movie, 2007, done. Good. Like,
Yeah.
don't watch it anymore. So the crossover with Family Guy was interesting. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
have a doubt about that if I was like 12. But no.
I think the funniest joke in that crossover was like when Homer opens that closet that has all the Emmys in it, and then Peter says, "Hey, I don't got none of those."
Yeah, that was great. Will, especially now.
All right, let's see. Who is your favorite current cartoon creator, professional or online? Interesting. Professional or online?
Dang.
Give me a moment.
Professional, I guess Darren Nefsey, since she created Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
Mhm.
She is great. She is really good. I really like what is that dude's name? I never remember it. The dude who did the What If Adventure Time. What was Gumball?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Mike Eno or
Mike
Einol.
Eno.
I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name.
Dude, that guy's YouTube channel is talent. Like
I don't.
fathom
He
the
makes
amount of time
made a
it takes
freaking
to
video
do
game. Like I downloaded the beta to that Adventure. What if Adventure Time was a 3D anime video game? Like it's actually competent. Like it's like actually a pretty decent game.
How are you that? Like to me, it's just like we have animator friends. We have a ton of anime friends, and then when we see what
Yeah.
they do, it's like that is so.
The thing is, like, I was
tedious to,
playing
go
it and I
through.
was like, I can't. I couldn't even find any bugs. I'm like, how are you this talented?
It's like Black Griffin in disguise or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As for me, I guess Raph Bob Waxberg,
Who?
for BoJack Horseman.
Oh, that
Oh,
guy.
God.
Yeah, seeing as it's literally my favorite show on the planet, I guess it would be dishonest to not choose him. So.
So he animates that.
I don't. It's just the creator.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure who animates it, to be honest.
Okay.
Super Stellar Bros asks, how do you become a cartoon and anime critic on YouTube? How do you succeed in that form of YouTube content?
Keep trying.
Yeah, keep trying, I guess.
Mm.
Or that reminds me, there was somebody at BronyCon that asked me like, how do I make a successful podcast? And I said, don't try.
Right. And you're like, maybe I should have.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have
clarify.
said. I should have clarified. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll just sit at home and wait.
Because like for a podcast, you don't really need to try that hard. There's some people that like try really hard.
Like
and-
double toasted.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, but they have like professional equipment and everything. So
Yeah, and he's been doing it for like 20 years, so
Yeah.
of course he's like mastered it now.
and the way they do it, like their equipment, everything is professional, but the way they have conversations is like very casual.
Yeah,
So,
that's what
yeah.
makes it so great. It's just like, hey man, this is the Black People Show. Whatever. That's
gosh.
that's what Corey said last night. He said that last night when we.
Wow. All right, but as far as like being like a cartoon or anime critic or whatever, I guess just try to have fun with it. So
Yeah, just be passionate about it. If you keep doing something consistently and you have the right passion, like you're not just doing it. Because like the thing a lot of people start off is they see a lot of successful channels and they're like, well, these guys are like so successful and they're making a ton of money and they're doing all this stuff. I want to be like that. And it's just like, don't think of it. Just have fun, start a casual conversation, just keep doing it consistently. And then you'll build an audience. You'll have like, while you're having fun, and like people just enjoy seeing you be real and have fun and be casual and, you know, talk with your friends and stuff like that. So that's what the main thing is, just be casual.
Yeah.
Do or do not. There is no try. Or whatever Saber said.
Excuse me. Let's see, Lillian Lyles asked, do you think OKKO will last very long on CN because of the schedule issues that it's having? I'm worried it won't last past season 2. I don't know. I'm not sure how... The thing is, like, the way Cartoon Network is handling new shows is, like I said earlier, is that they're just vomiting out new episodes, like, all at once, rather than having them spread out throughout the year. And I think they did the same thing with Mighty Magosaurus. Even though I don't really like that show that much, it's barely played anymore, and it just came out, like, in April.
Right, I was about to ask, like, what happened to that show?
Yeah. Even the Powerpuff Girls reboot isn't played that much anymore.
It isn't played that often,
Yeah.
It's a blessing in disguise, then.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Everything's dying except for Teen Titans Go for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like
yeah. And I see some argument because I even saw Pan make this argument, is that if Teen Titans Go is successful for the network, then it's good for the network. It's not good for other shows. Like, it's not good for the creators of other shows because they don't get their cartoons out there. So
well, it's just easy to make. Like, I think the main reason, like, besides like all the other stuff, like me and you like brought up before, it's just like it's flash animated. It has the voices of the original cast. It's like easy to make and easy to produce, like a bunch of episodes, just like blah blah blah, blah. Like hell, even the Loud House, one of the best shows on Nickelodeon, like is like it's flash animated. And they like go, oh, you remember season 2? We were on season 5, and it's just like you have that many done. It's just
right.
It's incredible.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going to happen to OKKO. I hope it stays around, though. Because I do like that show.
I still wish Infinity Train would get a thing, but I don't think it is.
Alright, let's see.
Excuse me.
Digital Arrow asks, would you abandon everything on Earth to go to your favorite fictional universe?
What's my favorite fictional universe? Let me think.
So I could like literally just abandon everything and go to Monster Musume Land, and I'd be like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing. No, but that.
Dang, I hate to sound like super fickle, but like my favorite, probably like.
Okay, but see, the thing is, when you think of favorite, like, all right, I love One Punch Man, I love Dragon Ball Z. Would I want to live there? No, there's a bunch of monsters and stuff trying to attack me every 5 episodes. Right. And so it's like, I need to think of something rational but safe. Like, right. I what is rational but safe? I cannot. Jeez. What you guys got besides?
I can't think of what it is, but like, I'm sure there's some place that has some like. See, that sounds like such a dick thing to say to my friends, though. But it has some like really cool people that I would totally want to hang out with. Like, oh, like I could choose a not dangerous world. Like I think it'd be super cool to bend, but I'm not about to go to the Avatar world and not be an Avatar, or potentially not be a bender. Like, are you kidding?
Yeah, if you're not a bender in the Avatar universe, then why bother?
Why even there? Right?
Yeah.
Like,
hey, but what about oh wait, never mind.
I'll just be an equalist, yeah.
Yeah. You got electric gloves and stuff. You have guns.
Right. Oh my god, I'd be a cheap blocker. That's who I'd be.
Yeah, like Ty Lee.
I was about to make a very bad joke.
I'll do it. Okay.
I was like, guys, the equalists are like Antifa.
Oh my god. You can't say things like that on the internet.
We apologize for our friend Paleo.
Our friend here.
Look, you no better.
All right. Mr. No Name asks, will you see the It movie?
Oh God, why?
Oh, Jackson, are you gonna see it?
God, I have to. You know what the thing is? I really don't want to. Okay, because all right, guys, people in the chat. I hate clowns. I always hate clowns. Even Harley Quinn gives me the creeps. I would still smash, but she gives me the creeps. All right? I just hate clowns, and that movie is just such a burden to me because I have to see it for my month of Halloween that I'm doing coming up in October, and it's just I really don't want. I need like someone to come with me because oh man, I hate clowns. I hate clowns so much. But yes, I most likely will. How about you?
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't like
probably
horror movies.
I'm probably gonna go see it with my dad. It's been a while since I've seen the original It because it's like over 3 hours long because it's technically a miniseries because it was 2 episodes on TV. So
Hmm.
yeah, but I'll probably see it. From the
I like
trailers, I was
sleeping.
laughing at it, so I'm not sure if I'll be scared by it.
See, the only horror movie I ever laughed at was Paranormal Activity. That movie is hilarious to me. I think it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, she's getting pulled out by nothing. Why is this scary? But
I know. Do you have Prince Albert in a camp? You do. Well, you better let him out. Like, oh God.
like other horror movies, I'm not a fan of. Like, I'm trying to sleep tonight, yo. Like, come on now.
Hmm. Well, did you see that that video game Donkey video he did on The Shining?
I have
Uh-uh.
not.
He did a really great analytical review of The Shining, and he was saying like one of the reasons it's his favorite horror movie is because in most other horror movies they make the villain tangible and something you can defeat, and they tell you why they're doing it. But in The Shining, it's just like the guy's just going crazy because the house is just like you can't really do anything.
Mhm.
It was really well done. Like he like analyzed it in a way I didn't even think of when I was.
But it's a video game channel. How could he do anything but video games?
I know, but it got like 2 million views in a day, so he's doing something.
Yeah, no, all of Donkey's videos gets like 2 million views in a day. I wish I could do
Yeah, I
that.
He is so popular.
Yeah, I love Donkey though.
Fools.
Fool.
Fool.
I love when he says that.
Now I will show you how to beat Mario. Oh, damn it. What level is it's so great.
I love it.
All right, Lillian Lyles asks, how do you deal with negative criticism? As reviewers of a variety of content, you have probably had to face it often. Usually if it is like constructive, like I'll take it to heart and actually like try it because I have like had constructive criticism before. But then there are some criticisms where it's like, but I did the thing that you said I didn't. So, but if it's just like criticism that is like based on more subjective matters, then I wouldn't really take it to heart too much. If it's like constructive, then yeah, sure, I'll like see what I'm doing wrong. But what about you, Jax?
Okay, for me, I get a lot of criticism like with a higher channel. Like that's just the price you get when you get grow in YouTube. Like you get people who just feel like, oh, I can run your channel better than you, and there are some people who actually help. Like for instance, there are some people who help me with my audio problems because a lot of my older videos used to have these audio issues where
Yeah,
I
they
could
suck.
yeah, exactly. No, I'll be completely real. Like some of my videos, like old, I didn't know how to do level out the audio and the stuff. So sometimes the music would overlap my voice, or sometimes my voice would like it would come in and out at times because I couldn't level it properly. So people criticize on that, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just definitely take the time to fix it. But there are some comments that are just like, oh my god, like of course that wouldn't work. Okay, it's a fictional character. You would not work in real life. And it's just like, of course, I'm just explaining what if it did work in real life. And like you're trying your hardest to like tell me, okay, Deku's ability, or like when it's a little minor thing. For instance, I will own up to something I mess up on. Like for instance, in my wood Deku from My Hero Academia's training work in real life. I said 8 months he trained instead of 10 months he trained. So every now and then I'll get someone say, well, he trained for like 10 months. And I'm like, I've already acknowledged that. I apologize for it. But if someone just keeps bringing up something you already acknowledged, it's just like, dude, shut up. You're just trying to get attention now. It's so annoying. It's just like, but honestly, some stuff, constructive, I listen to it. It makes me a better person. Other stuff is just like, well, you don't know me. Screw you. Like, F off. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. Let's see. Gumball asks, are you sad the regular show hasn't had a full Blu-ray release yet? Yeah, I'm surprised they still haven't done or announced like a full series set since the show's done now.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that if you were said Adventure Time for a second, I was like, wait, what?
No, regular show.
Okay.
Which is weird because they announced that they're doing like a Samurai Jack Blu-ray set, and that just ended in May. So but regular show ended in January. So yeah, it's weird they haven't. Though the Cartoon Network's been very weird about their releases for like full seasons of stuff. Cartoon Network's very bad about that. Except for like some of the more popular shows, like Adventure Time used to have the top treatment because
used to.
Yeah, used to. Because they would get the Blu-ray releases, and the latest release for Adventure Time for season 7 only had DVD. It didn't have a Blu-ray.
That's weird.
So, and then for regular show, it did have like the first 2 seasons were on Blu-ray and like the first volume. Then season 3 came out, and that was only on DVD. So I'm not sure if they're going to do a full series set or not, because they haven't done a full series set for a lot of their cartoons, other than the really popular ones. Like they did a full series set for Powerpuff Girls, way back when.
Is it a Blu-ray? Is it on Blu-ray?
No, it's not on Blu-ray. It's just on DVD. But the thing is, like, Powerpuff Girls wasn't even high definition anyway. But so I would think that for a lot of the '90s cartoons, they probably would stick with DVDs unless they're like trying to I guess upscale it. It would still have the same aspect ratio, but just like having like a better like I guess render of it, or a scan of the film, I guess.
Right.
But for Samurai Jack, they're doing in like a better run of that for the Blu-ray.
How do you think that's gonna work out with parents, like when they're like, hey, so you can watch the first 4 seasons, season 5,
but now you have to wait 7 years.
Yeah, you gotta wait 7 years. There's some stuff here.
You'll find out later, dear.
Yes.
Wait, how did they wait like the same amount of time that you had to wait?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awful.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that Cartoon Network's like so bad at like releasing their series like in full sets. They've only done it for a few. Whereas Nickelodeon has released full like DVD sets of almost all of their Nicktoons. They have one for Hey Arnold, they have one for Rocco, they have one for Angry Beavers, for All Real Monsters, for Cat Dog. Like for shows that aren't even that popular.
They have the most extreme, bro. Get some grindage in here today.
I'm not sure if they actually released a full series of Rocket Power or not. I don't think they did.
Kirasashi talked to them down. He was like, nah, just don't do that, fam.
Yeah. Oh yeah, strangely enough, yeah, Dipper in the chat said Rugrats strangely hasn't had a complete series DVD. Which is kind of strange because that's like their most popular Nicktoon other than SpongeBob.
Right.
Yeah.
That is.
From that time, that is.
That's very weird.
Yeah. Let's see some other questions here. Yeah, it's only like 10:02, so we can take a lot more.
Yeah, we can take a lot more, guys.
So if you guys want to ask us on Twitter or do super chats, then go ahead. I'll tell people on Twitter that we're still doing Q&A.
Okay, I'll
Excuse me.
reblog it on Tumblr so tell people, hey people, come. Ask
Oh, I thought you meant you're gonna reblog his tweet on Tumblr. I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing here, Sachi. I'm a master of everything.
Of social media, a master.
I have the power of anime and the devil on my side.
Ah.
We're doing a live Q and
or A.
ask.
Question and or.
Yeah, and or answers.
So they can just answer us. They can answer our questions.
Answer our questions.
How are you doing today, guys?
Do you? Oh, from Lily and Lyles again. Do you think season 3 Rick and Morty will end on a big reveal of Rick's past? They kind of started season 3 by doing that, but kind of teasing, where he was just like kind of making up his past. Maybe.
Rick?
Yeah, Rick.
Okay.
Maybe, I'm not sure. That like Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon are like very teasy when it comes to that stuff. So I'm not sure if they'll actually do it or not.
Right.
DJ Skywalker asks, any thoughts on the crossover between the OG Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go coming up?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
they're
doing that. I guess that's why they've been re-airing Teen Titans, like the original Teen Titans. They've been re-airing it. The thing is, like, they've already like made fun of themselves multiple times in that show.
But have they actually had a cross? No, because like they had basically a whole abridged episode where it was called The Cape, and they went back and redubbed the first episode of Teen Titans, but with like stupid, goofy lines, and and then you know, of course, the whole Control Freak thing where he was like, "Oh, I canceled the original Teen Titans," but they never did. They even had Young Justice crossover.
So Dipper723 said it's not the 2003 Teen Titans, it's the 1967 Teen Titans.
Oh,
screw that then. No one cares about them. Oh God.
If you, it's just an addressed to me and Hirasashi, not to Jax.
Excuse me, princess.
So it says, if you two had to create a cartoon, which network would you pitch it to, and what would it be about?
Okay, right about now, I'm probably Nickelodeon.
Or Disney XD.
Oh, Disney XD,
yeah.
I guess.
Because the way they've been treating cartoons has been pretty good recently. As far as which would I pitch it? What would it be about? I've always had this idea for a cartoon, or
do it.
Yeah, this it's about an orca and a dolphin and their best friends.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And it's just like silly antics that they do. I used to do a webcomic about it. It was a crappy MS Paint comic I made.
Right. I would be a big old nerd. I love actually how, as of recently, there's been a whole lot of like MMO RPG animes coming out with Sword Art, Log Horizon, Grimgar, Fantasy and Ash, Dating Girls in a Dungeon, all those, you know. So I'd probably make something like that, to be honest, because I do love MMOs a lot.
Oh, but like more cartoony, I guess.
Yeah, more cartoony. Yeah, less bloody and serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I want to hear Jax's answer though.
Yeah. What
mine.
is?
Okay, if I had to create a show, all right, I can do this. So, all right. So what happens in my show is there's this dad, and he's like really like trying to be the best person in the world, but he can't because he has these 3 kids who just hate his guts.
I see what you're doing. Stop.
Okay,
wait, what was he doing?
Nothing. Okay. All right, so,
the anime.
Okay, so realistically, I always wanted to just do a show that where a person from real life is sort of like, I forget the name of this movie, but where a kid would go through a portal. Like I used to have this comic, well, somewhat comic. I used to draw like a little mini thing when I was in like 8th grade, 7th grade in art class of this kid who was me, a self-insert, who got sucked into like this toon realm where like basically Kingdom Hearts with all the cartoon characters. So like, oh crap, I gotta fight Plankton one day. Oh crap, I gotta fight so and so from Voltron, so and so from Dragon Ball Z, so and so. Like it was just one of these things where I would just keep going through all these universes, meeting all these people, and like teaming up and learning stuff. So that's something I would do, just something like that. But I can't.
Reminds me of
remember.
Lego
I guess
Dimensions.
Kingdom Hearts.
And you have to bleep it out, like in Lucky Star. It'd be like, oh no, we have to fight that guy from Bleeptron
Yeah,
today.
exactly. I love that. Did you see that gun? But
You see that Bleepdom?
DJ Skywalker asks, so with Saturday's episode of My Little Pony, have your thoughts on the changeling changed since the redesign?
No, I hate it. I think it's awful. I gotta be completely honest.
Yeah.
Honestly, no, like I agree with like what both these guys say, because to me, I just feel like if I was a changeling and that happened to me, I'd be, is this really what I look like now? Like I kind of like my old self. I was like, I had some nice spikes and some sharp teeth, and this was kind of cool. But now it's just, I'm stuck. I don't like it.
Well.
What were you gonna say, Paleo?
What? The redesign? Yeah, I don't like it at all.
It's just. They were like like we were speaking with Saber. He was like, I liked it when they were like a force to be reckoned with. Now they're just all like soft and like goopy, yeah, friendship and whatever. And their designs are not good looking. They're very bad colors together, in my opinion. So.
I agree.
All right. From Mr. No Name on Twitter. Do you think someone is saying they hate a show / franchise is because they hate the fandom a bad argument? Like saying that like, oh, I hate that show because of the fandom. Do you think that's a bad argument?
Well, Steven Universe is a good show, but the fandom on Tumblr.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's one of those things. Like I don't want to judge a show because to me it's not fair to the show creators and the show itself because of a certain fandom. I think that if a show has quality, like, you know, all the shows we like, My Little Pony, Star Versus, Steven Universe, like all those shows are generally good shows. But you know, some people take this stuff too far. And like to me, I'm just like, why are you taking this so far? It's just a cartoon show. It's literally a cartoon. Why is this so serious? But what do you guys think? I'm sorry, I'm just.
I mean, I think I felt guilty to this argument before because like there's certain things that were like I don't want to even like delve into this because of the way I see fans react to it. Because I keep hearing about it and I'm like I don't wanna is the friggin' Hamilton. I don't want to watch it now.
Oh.
Or listen to it.
So it's one of those things that so many people just say, "Dude, you gotta see this. You gotta see this. You gotta see it." And it's just like,
like Game of Thrones.
Oh god, it's true. Well, what do you think here, Sashi?
Oh, my internet's dying. Sorry.
Did you hear what we're talking about?
Did you hear what we're talking about? With the like, do you think a fandom makes the property bad?
No, I don't think so. I think if you kind of, I find myself trying to ignore fandoms because, like, if I imagine if there's a fandom, that there's probably some quality in whatever it is that they're fandoming about. So, like, I don't know. I feel like I've had fandoms ruin things for me before, but that's just because of me as a person. I don't think you should have have something ruined by a fandom. I think you should try and look beyond it.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. I think we can stop for now. So, anything you guys want to say before we stop the show?
Go to EQLA November 16th to 20th. We'll be there.
Yeah, EQLA is
Yeah.
the weekend before Thanksgiving, and we'll all be there. And also, I'm gonna be at Ponyville Cider Fest next month, in October, like the October, October 20th to 22nd. That is in Milwaukee. So if you're gonna be in Milwaukee, I'll be there at Ponyville Cider Fest. So that'll be fun. So two cons coming up that I'll be at, and then EQLA, all three of us here will be at. And yeah, so if you're going to conventions, we'll be there, I guess. Oh yeah, EQLA, by the way, is in Anaheim, California. So if you're on the West Coast, it should be easier to get to. So anyway, see you guys next time. Hopefully Saber will have gotten back into his house. So
Yeah.
bye.
Bye. Keep calm, booyah on. Don't forget moment die. Boo.